Hey guys, hope you had a great summer and we're really creative. We're really disappointed that we couldn't be there to show you the exhibit and have you all down at the uni to have a look at it. But we've got an amazing exhibit for you to walk through and we're super excited to show you all the work that was presented and all the work that you've done and all the work that the makers done. So Jordan's going to walk you through what the makers have been up to.
Yeah, so we took your inventions back to the makers, and very similar to like how like Britain's Got Talent, like how they choose the winners is they lay out all their drawings on the table, and we talk about each invention, and we work out. So we worked out how we would go about doing everyone's, so nobody was left out. I mean, it was really hard into maybe we could actually build them all. And we finally came up with the 4 that were picked. And we looked back at when you did your card models and your prototypes.
So remember the prototypes we did in one of our workshops? These were a great example of like how the makers do stuff. So they break stuff down and they think about how stuff would work, and they definitely use card models, and designers all over the world use card models just like we do, because it's really helpful to get a gist of like what shapes will look like, because the card's easy to bend. And it's really great fun for you guys to see, and it's good fun for us. And these are some of the best pictures that we picked. As you can see, had some of all the models. And that's your clay models. These were really useful for the makers to do, as they could see like how your inventions would work.
Yeah, it's great. Sometimes when you're like maybe not so confident with your drawing, I think it was helpful when you actually got to play with the clay, because it gives us and the makers kind of a further insight into how you wanted your invention to be made. And I think it's crucial when you're come to inventing. You need to do like your drawing, and you got to go into prototyping, and then on to the final thing. So yeah, it was really well done. These models you made in the last week we did with you, that was it was great fun, but it was also really useful, and it was a great help to us. So thank you for doing that.
So this is the big reveal. It was really difficult for the makers to choose some of the inventions. They wanted to do them all and they struggled and they worked them out, and we finally came to the conclusion that we picked these 4 for River, Logan, George and Afra. It was a very tough choice, but these are the ones we went with. So we're excited to show you what came out of them.
So the kangaroo boxing gloves, that was a really well liked invention, and it's a really smart invention, and something maybe we don't really think about is that the kangaroo have really big feet, and they do use them for maybe not boxing, but they do use them for defense. So that was one of the inventions that was picked, and our maker actually went and she built boxing gloves. Unfortunately, there's no kangaroos in Scotland, so we weren't able to test them on a real kangaroo. But I reckon they would properly fit on a kangaroo.
But she did make a great drawing of the kangaroo.
Oh, I passed it. Yeah, that you can see there. That's this is, and you probably maybe heard of it. It's called Photoshop, and what it is, it's like a life version of a drawing. So we were able to turn your drawing into real life. So you can see the real kangaroo wearing the boxing gloves on their feet.
And this is how she imagined all the little drawings, and she spent her time drawing it all up for you, just to
Yeah,
make it as real
kind of
as possible.
like a storyboard. It's kind of like whenever you look at a comic book, there's always cartoon stories in there, and it's good to have like how they actually work. Step 1 to final, and let's go to the next one. So your rainbow umbrella.
This one was George's one, and she really enjoyed doing this design. She found she made the biggest umbrella that she could, and then she wanted a little drinking pipe for the koala. So like when it rained, it could use the water from the rain and it would help hydrate the koala also. She also made some great drawings and a little storyboard, which is a good example of showing like how it would work and how it saved them. And this is her Photoshop model with the koala.
Yeah, I think it was a really well done invention. It was, I think it's something that's quite fun and something that maybe would actually be useful. So yeah, well done.
This one is the koala paradise, and she wanted to create a safe little sanctuary that they would be safe from the fire when there was all the fires in Australia. So she had these trees and they would squish water over, and this is her prototype, like what you guys did. So this is what she did before she made her model. And she went to very fine detail and measured it all out very precisely, and this is what she came up with.
Yeah, it's a really, I mean, it's another card model, but it's something I think card models can be really useful to help tell the story. So yeah, I think it was a really well done invention. So well done.
And this was her Photoshop model that she used, and she popped it into the scene and she created a whole with the koalas, and we've got been a kangaroo in the river, just showing like how it would be if it was in the wild. And I think it shows a great example of how it would be, how it would look. So in the last one's the koala helmet. I was the maker for this one, so I decided I want to try make it as realistic as possible, um, but also fluffy, and that it was protective. And I think it worked quite well. Unfortunately, I didn't have a koala that I could test it on, so I did squish the helmet onto my head. It was a little bit tight, but I managed.
Yeah. So this bit's maybe something you want to take note of, and we'll email it out to your teacher. But this is where you can go home and, or even in class, and you can look at the whole project as a whole, and you'll get to see the exhibit. So if you follow the link, it's littleinventors.org. And once you go on that website, you'll see we've got our own page, and you just scroll into events, and you look down, you'll find We Inventors, and you click on that, and it will bring you on to the website. So now what I'm going to try and do is leave this page, and this should work. So this is the website. Once you click onto it, you'll see the main page, and if you go along to events and you scroll down, and you'll see us there. So what this is our website, and it will be here on this website for eternity. So when you guys are a lot older and you want to look back what you did when you were in P4 and P5, you can see it and it will be here forever. And it just kind of runs through everything we did over the 2 months we were at the school. So the first workshop, when we did the character profiles, and when we made your clay models and your buildings, and then it even talks about when we took your inventions back to the makers. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see all your inventions. Every single one of these is all being posted on this website, so no one's left out. And these are on here for anyone in future. If they ever want to attempt making your inventions, they can, because they can find them on here. So keep an eye on this bit, because even though we didn't make them this time round, they might still get made. So yeah, keep an eye on this bit. And what you want to do is, to see the exhibit, is you go onto this bit here, and then you click this yellow link, and you click it, and it should open, hopefully. And there we go. And then, so this brings you to the exhibit. So unfortunately, we weren't able to bring you out to the university, to the exhibit, because of the virus and everything that was going on. But I think it's a good kind of, I think it kind of shows you how it would have looked if we were able to have it. And if you scroll down to the bottom, now there's an exhibit for every single class. And there's also one exhibit where all your inventions are kept, and that's the Made Real Hall. What we'll go into first is we'll go into your hall. So just click on your logo and it should open. Yep. Now it's quite similar to what's that game? Minecraft. It's very similar to Minecraft. So you use your keyboard arrows, and you can move forward and backwards, and all the rest. And then what you do is, if you go into an invention, so let's click on the umbrella. If you click on the umbrella, it will bring you up to it, and then you just click information, and it'll tell you all about the information and like how it works and everything else. And that's every invention's got the same, so everyone's invention was explained, and it'll be helpful to people that are keen to build your inventions in the future. But yeah, I'd encourage you to go and look at this, because it's good to have a wee look around and kind of helps you remember what you actually did. And we put some photos up of the workshops and that. And then what the other one you want to see is, if you go into this one, if you go into the made real hall, the main hall, this is where we kept all the inventions and all the inventions from all the classes. So if we click on this, and it should bring us into this other hall. Here we go.
So this will be a great opportunity to see what the other classes were up to as well, because everybody had a different continent. So it's nice to see them all in the foreign room, and it's very exciting.
Yeah, so there was P5s, they had Africa and Europe, and the other P4 class had South America. And you can go in and you can see every class's invention. So there's the boxing gloves, and then we have the bouncy wheel truck, which is from Africa, and then you have the umbrella. So yeah, I think it's maybe better if you guys go and have a look yourselves, because it's not so bad me deciding what's getting looked at. But yeah, that's all the inventions from all the classes. That's our giraffe. We were planning on kidnapping a giraffe from the zoo and letting you come and see him, but yeah, that can't happen. But yeah,
COVID stopped us, unfortunately.
yeah. But I think, yeah, the main thing to take from it is you need to go back and follow the link if you go into this bit. Yeah, if you go into the link, and that'll show you the whole exhibit. So yeah.
So we're very gutted we can't be there, but I hope you really enjoy the exhibit when take your time and have a look through it, and have a look through everybody's classes, not just your own, and show your family and friends. And we had great fun working with you, and we're gutted that it's over.
Yeah, another thing to say is keep inventing, keep drawing, and keep sketching, because it's important to constantly keep on top of your skills.
Definitely.
And it'll be more important, especially when you start going through the rest of your school career, is to keep up on the sketching.
Even just get like a small sketchbook, a couple of pencils. That's all you need.
Yeah,
You
and just be creative.
Yeah, or get making. Use all your skills you've learned, and use the card modeling or the clay modeling. Be great fun.
Yeah, I think the best thing to say is thank you very much for
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, you were really nice to us. And yeah, it was great for us as well. It was a great insight into P4.
Now P5s, all big now.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for having us, guys.
Thanks, guys.
See you later.
Bye.